All right. Welcome to the last round of Swiss here at TJ Collectibles and our Titanium series here in June. These fine gentlemen are playing to determine who gets into the top 8. Now, Tim Connelly, on your left, has been a proponent of banned Eldrazi for a while. He is live for top 8. His opponent, Rafi, on the right, is not live for top 8. So he's playing spoiler. Excuse me, I had it backwards. My apologies to the tens of listeners on YouTube. Rafi is live for top 8. He's on your right. He's playing a white-black Eldrazi deck that's been getting more popular. Kind of like on the fringes of Modern for a while, but picking up some steam. Did well at GP Kobe a weekend ago, and he's picking it up. So he goes Eldrazi Temple into Aether Vial. Multiple ways to accelerate his fatties. Tim, on the other hand, is going a little different route. He's trying to accelerate his fatties with Noble Hierarch. Both players playing some of the most broken creatures printed in quite a few years. 4 mana 4/4s that take a card from their opponent's hand. And 5 mana 5/5 trample haste with an upside. Tim just kind of fixes his goodies over there, finds a displacer with that stirring. Sets himself up for what appears to be an Eldrazi mirror. The displacer, very important in the Eldrazi mirror. Rafi accelerating out of Thought Knot here. Gets rid of the Smasher. 5/5, bigger than a 4/4. So I'd call that the wise choice. Wow, both players have really good draws with multiple Eldrazi temples. Tim smashes in with the Reality Smasher. Wow, I'm bad at words. Smashes in with the Reality Smasher. For 5, you see their life total 17-15. He kind of jumps out a little bit ahead in tempo, but Rafi gets to untap with a Vial on 2. With the Thought Knot attacking. Let's see what he has here. And wow, it looks like a handful of colored spells. He just had the Tide Hall Sculler. He had a choice of Thalia or Sculler. He goes with Sculler, and I'm inclined to agree. It's not like the Bant Eldrazi deck wants to do much besides just cast a bunch of creatures. So Tim untaps. Perks up a little bit because he realizes that Rafi has very little mana. He's working with just that Vial mostly. This game accelerating pretty fast. Neither player really decides they want to be blocking. Both just going hard here. All Tim can add to the board is a Bird of Paradise. Very awkward. Did not draw land to unlock the Drowner of Hope. And Rafi doesn't want to stop now. He could block. He could set up something like a double block, but he knows that Tim has the Drowner of Hope in hand to stop any potential double blocks. So he says go. Tim definitely can slam a Drowner here, of which he has 2. Drowner usually all she wrote in these mirrors. Instead, looks like he wants Thought Knot. Path exiled. Ah, I see. I've been told by our floor judge that the Eldrazi Displacer that was blinked in flickered the bird on upkeep, so Tim did not have access to the 6 mana he needed. This makes sense. Not quite clear what's going on here. Guess this is just a Displacer activation. Multiple Displacer activations. 2 things flickered. Thought Knot sees a bunch of land. Thalia gets exiled. 2 Leonin Arbiters, pretty bad in this matchup. And there's the scoop, Displacer. A pretty powerful magic card. Must be frustrating for Tim. He had the multiple Drowner in his hand the whole time. You just need to draw a single mana. Path would have been good too. Could have cast that with the bird in his upkeep. Path the Displacer. Now, I don't know either of these players too well. You know, seen them here and there. Said hi, how you doing? Maybe played against them once each long ago. But they've been players that have been around for a long time. Magic may have once been a young man's game. But now it seems like everyone who plays Magic, at least at the competitive modern level, 20, 25, 30, older. Modern is not an easy format to get into. In terms of cards, right? You need to have all kinds of random rares and uncommons and lands dating back a long time, right? When did Mirrodin come out? 2004? 2005? 13 years of Magic cards? You'd have a big collection. Or at least the wherewithal to track down and find the random cards. Like Ben Riley wants to, who's playing Cheerios, who we did a deck tech with. You can find that at the end of this YouTube playlist. He needed to find a Rayo for today. The Soratami Ascendant, the Saviors of Kamigawa rare. And he said that no one had them. He had to order them online, and they didn't get here in time, and this and that. And it's just tracking down these random cards that were terrible when they were first printed. Well, that's a pain. Like Rafi, on your right, who is up the game, by the way. He had to find an Orsov Pontiff for his sideboard now. I'm sure I own an Orsov Pontiff. I'm sure I couldn't tell you where it is. And who still has all their Guild Pact rares? Not me. And these are two pretty bad examples, right? Because these are Eldrazi decks, using creatures and mechanics that were printed in the last couple years. Like your Ben Riley with your Cheerios deck, you have to go track down 4 Sigil of Distinctions, Shards of Alara bulk rare. What? Where do you find those? I don't know. Either way, tangent ended because these players are about to play a game 2. Have to imagine that they're both siding in the Blessed Alliances they have access to, or at least Tim is. The warship that will for sure be coming in. Thoughtseize for Rafi. Maybe Sin Collector for Rafi, depending on what he puts Tim on. Hierarch is met with push. Probably the best use that Fatal Push could have in this matchup. Aside from Thought Knot Seer, of course, but matching the turn 1 play with the turn 1 play, very important. The older the format gets, the more important it is. In Sealed Deck or Draft, or even Standard, if they play a 1-drop and you don't have anything, that's not really a big deal, but Modern, it is. It compounds. Looks like Sculler going to take the answer card, which it usually does. Takes a Path to Exile. Ravi says, hey, bud. Yo, pal. You took 1, remember? Update your life total. Path takes out Sculler. Gonna find a land for his troubles. Nice little Mirrodin Razor Plains. One of my favorites. That's how you know Rafi's been playing a while. He probably opened that in the Mirrodin pre-release. 2 mana. Sculler again. Take that Path. I think he sees a Drowner, a Path, a land. Not sure about the last card. Yep, Path under. Ghost Quarter takes out the Temple before it can accelerate a Thought Knot or a Drowner. And it's strange, this has really been a day without Eldrazi in the feature match area. If you've watched the previous rounds, you'll have noticed combo decks and burn decks and Tron decks. Very few Eldrazi. They seem to be waning a little bit in this area. And wow, they're not waning in this match. They're waxing as Rafi just has all the goods, both games, against Tim. Tim is just drawn off the top here. He would love a Smasher. He'd love a Thought Knot. He gets a Brushland. Very unfortunate. Anticlimactic, you might even say. Anything for Tim. Anything is good. Yep, that's a good one. Thought Knot sees nothing. But hey, it's a blocker. Rafi Flicker Wisp off the top, though. That's going to phase out Thought Knot. We'll draw a card when it leaves. Not going to be able to play that Thought Knot, but it shouldn't matter. Not unless Tim can rip something like his 1 warship. Like an Elspeth Sun's Champion. Might do it. He might still be dead. At 2, he might still be dead. Worship? Can he do it? Ancient Stirrings, okay. That could theoretically find something here. An engine. Ooh. Oh, that'll do it. Wow, okay. Okay. So Tim Connelly drawing live here. I didn't think he was, but these Eldrazi Scions will threaten to tap down the Flicker Wisp. They'll buy him at least one turn. Maybe even he can squeeze 2 turns out of this. Give him more and more chances to draw Sun's Champion, to draw Warship. And could this be the comeback that I didn't think was possible? Maybe. Yep, Flicker Wisp says tap. Rafi has no good attacks. Just instead says go. Oh wow, Ancient Stirring's off the top. Let's see what he hits. Displacer would be pretty good. Nothing. Wow, he hits no creatures off his Stirrings. Tim. Not your match, brother. That was not your match. I don't think anyone could have won that match with the cards you were dealt. Ben Riley comes over, signals to me that he indeed went 5-2, just like he predicted. Won his last match, off camera, of course. Loses the ones I put him on camera, wins the ones I don't. Sorry, Tim. That's magic. Eldrazi Mirrors, they can be very skill intensive. They can be. But at the same time, sometimes they're just not. Sometimes one player has the Displacer, the other player stumbles on lands. That's all she wrote. Now, this is very interesting because we're about to have a bona fide scrum at the top 8. Going into this round, 2 players were absolutely locked up. Ray Clark and Nick Starr, locked up. There were then 6 players with 15 points and 1 player with 13. That's Rafi. Now, Rafi won, meaning that there are going to be 9 players with 16 points or better. One unlucky guy is going to miss. Ones who should be in for sure: Devin Dupuis, Ian Carl, Adam Snook, Nick Lane. Ones that are on the fence: Mike DeCoste, Ben Cohen, and Rafi. Gonna be tough. Now, if you let this YouTube playlist go on, you will see the quarterfinals in all their glory. That's in the future for me. That's in the past for you. I hope you do. I hope you let it play on. Only 3 more rounds. Quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, with the winner of the finals getting an invitation to the Titanium Finals. That's next January. That's a big prize pool. Until then, guys, hope you let this YouTube just roll on.